Welcome back to the news on RT America. Well, a decade ago, chemical giant DuPont found itself on the receiving end of a class action lawsuit in West Virginia concerning one of the chemicals it produced, C8. It was proved to carry grave health risks to humans, so the company ended up paying millions of dollars in fines and was forced to withdraw the chemical from production. However, it replaced C8 with a different chemical, Gen X, touted to be safer. It has now been revealed that even DuPont scientists have held tests suggesting otherwise, but dismissed their findings altogether. RT's Alexey Yaroshevsky explains.
In 2009, having lost a massive class action lawsuit in West Virginia, the DuPont chemical company introduced a substitute for the much maligned PFOA's chemicals. Also known as C8, a key ingredient in Teflon, the PFOAs were proved to cause a number of health hazards, including cancer. The new chemical, called Gen X, was touted to have a more favorable toxicological profile than its predecessor. However, between 2006 and 2013, the company itself had filed 16 reports of substantial risk of injury to health or the environment. These reports have now been revealed through an investigation by The Intercept magazine. They cite numerous health effects in animals, including changes in the size and weight of animals' livers and kidneys, alterations to their immune responses and cholesterol levels, weight gain, reproductive problems, and cancer. An experiment with Gen X held by Science Direct and funded by DuPont showed that rats, which were given various amounts of Gen X over 2 years, developed liver, pancreas, and testicle cancer, as well as kidney disease, liver degeneration, and other diseases. Other independent studies showed Gen X also impacted reproductive functions. But here is the shocker. The DuPont senior research toxicologist, Mr. Anand, who signed the 2013 report, concluded that these tumor findings are not considered relevant for human risk assessment. In other, simpler words, he dismissed the results by saying the tumor formation in rats might not be the same in humans. It might have received a pass, but here is the problem. For almost half a century, the DuPont scientists had made the very same claim about C8. Numerous tests of C8 caused testicular tumors in DuPont-funded experiments on lab animals, but it was never linked to same effects on people until certainly proved otherwise during the West Virginia lawsuit. And it was not the first time either. DuPont have been acknowledging potential health risks for years, however, quashing any concerns in dismissive reports later. In the 1970s, they chose not to report abnormal liver test results in workers exposed to C8, and 34 years later, the company's medical director said those findings were not reported because the liver changes were not proven to be caused by the chemical. People do not cook on Teflon and drop dead. That is the notion coming from the company. And while many scientists have been raising concerns, the EPA said it did not require any further testing of the new chemical, something it is obliged to do if there are any indications a chemical could pose threat to humans. At this moment, Gen X is neither regulated nor tracked, just like at least 1,000 other chemicals not falling under the 40-year-old Toxic Substances Control Act. And with DuPont themselves admitting biodegeneration of Gen X amounts to 0%, it is likely to be with us forever. Just like the C8, it was destined to replace and still found in drinking water nationwide. Alexey Yaroshevsky, RT, reporting from Washington, D.C.